Thank you for your time and joining us here today. Wanted to talk a little bit about you, a little bit about the program, and again, I can't stress this enough. How we move forward from this. This is your second year leading the Vikings.
hmm
I think, from what I recall, this is the 20 wins in 2000, and this is the second time since 2000 the program has reached 20 wins. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. As far as I know, within the Triple C AA
Yeah.
archives, I
Yep.
don't want to be misspoken or speak out of context, but we did a lot of research into that, and it goes. The archives only go so far back when it comes to looking for stats and records. But I know that I think back in 2013 or 2012, I think the program won 21 games.
Got it.
But up till then, it's always been a sub 500 ball
Sure.
club. Doesn't mean that things haven't done. The coaches and the programs here haven't done well because there's been a really good graduation matriculation rate with
Sure.
everybody that's been a part of Barstow Baseball over the years.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, last year was a fun year. I've been an assistant coach for 12, 13 years before I became the head coach. So I grinded out those roads and
Yeah.
everything that comes along the way with an assistant. So it was, but when I came in here with our old head coach, Brian King, who's now at Colorado School Mines,
Uh-huh.
we came in with a vision 6 years ago, and that was just kind of rebuilt our culture, focus on graduation, matriculation, then winning. Put them all together. We think we got a recipe for success. We stayed with that even when I took over the helm. That was a big thing. Student athletes, they got to go to class. They got to get good grades. Building a culture around that, and we've had a lot of success with that. Wins are great, and we want to be a winning program, and we believe we are, and we believe that with what we're doing, that we're going to continue to win a lot more games. But making sure our student athletes graduate and have 4-year opportunities to continue getting their education and playing ball. I mean that's why I love junior college baseball.
Sure. And I wanted to ask this question to you down a little bit later in our interview, but I just wanted to add to that. Um, you know, from recent successes, you guys have had a really good balance of it, academic and athletics, and the proof is in the pudding. Matriculation is great. You have three, I believe, all academic, all state team. Sam
Yep.
Smith with a
Yep.
4.0, Jack,
4.0. Yep.
Jack McLaughlin with a 3.7, and Kagan Kennedy with a 3.59. I mean,
Yeah.
as student athletes ourselves, it takes a lot, and those numbers are amazing. Now, without giving up, a lot of your secrets, I guess per se, what's been the recipe for success over you guys over there at Barstow?
It's a commitment to and just a commitment to our student athletes. There's always the separation, creating that fine line of player coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that one of the biggest things that we can do is love on them. No
Sure.
matter no matter what goes on, you love your student athletes. It doesn't mean that we all don't get frustrated at each other
Of
sometimes, but
course. Of
love
course.
on them. Put in place the things that are going to guide them to be successful. At the JC level, especially in a program like Barstow, where we have a lot of out-of-state guys, or
Uh-huh.
only so many guys from the local area, or even guys that are commuting from the Victor Valley area. Um, you know, College is new to them. This is their first time away from home, and so we try and do a lot of things, especially in the fall, where we have attendance sheets. We That's part of our culture, is building that culture of who we are as students.
Sure.
Attendance sheets, grade reports, sitting in the first two rows of the classroom. Hats off in the classroom, being
Yeah.
attentive. I can't sit in class with them and make sure they're doing that, but
Yeah.
you know, and then 5 hours of study hall a week. It's not that we're able to sit in and make it. We can't violate the contact hours there, but
Of
um,
course.
instilling that and making sure that guys are accountable, creating that accountability that they're doing that, and
Sure.
uh, not just those three academic all-state guys, but we had multiple guys this year that are sophomores with above 3.0s.
Yeah.
And I mean, our freshman class killed it this year. Our
Okay.
freshman class did outstanding in the classroom. So, um, keeping that, keep basically creating an accountability system,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that there's honor in what they're doing, and the word student with athlete is important. They have to know that, and we're going to enforce that. And
Sure.
um, like you said, the proof has been in the pudding.
Yeah.
But guys have to take that initiative, and we want to dangle that carrot in front of them that they know that there's great things ahead of them as long as they take care of all the little things.
Absolutely, and they're obviously listening. That's one thing, and as you said, you guys coaches have a lot of ways to influence their student athletes, and it works, and it is working, and that's great to hear about the program and everyone else that the supporting cast from the academic advisors, the athletic directors. So I'm a true believer in a program is only as strong as everyone else behind it. That you don't necessarily say. I've gotten close to a couple of when I was at Mesa with our academic advisors, and they do a lot. But at the time, it always starts from, obviously the coaches and your day-to-day interaction with them and influencing them in, like you said, having them sit in front of the class. Hats off, pay attention. Hey, you know what? Athletics is fun, but if you don't have academics to back it up, you're not going to get on the field.
Right. No, and we have I think I couldn't ask for a better supporting staff, especially from a smaller college. We have specific counselors that are focused on our student athletes. We have two that focus directly with our student athletes, help them create an ed plan, meet with them twice a year at minimum to make sure that they're getting the right classes to graduate on time and take the right classes that work around all their schedules that they have as a student athlete. It's very supportive athletic staff from other coaches that are very supportive with each other. Our athletic director being very supportive of encouragement and letting us do the things that we know how to do, while giving us guidance through that path, all the way to our deans and our VPs. And then down to, I don't want to forget this, but my assistant, Austin Craig, man, he's the best. I can't do any of this without him. We sit in study hall, or, he's collecting the grade sheets and running the strength and conditioning, making sure all of our guys are getting taken care of in their own way, and that we're all integrated together, making sure that it's a smooth operating system.
Absolutely. Hey, I had just a quick question for you. You had a player, I believe, last season who was an All-American and received the Rawlings Big Stick Award, Judah Wilbur. How's he doing these days? Where is he at now? And, can you give us a little update on what's he been up to?
Yeah, Judah, he had a great year. It was fun time to watch him play. He signed at Chicago State, which is a D1 institution that plays in the WAC. So he started out there, and he's still there. He was their starting shortstop through their time that they've been playing. He's been doing pretty well. He's been obviously adjusting to that next level of ball, but he's loving it. I've talked to him a couple times, and they finished a series right before the season was canceled at Auburn. And he loved the atmosphere. It was just something so cool, something that he's able to experience because of the time he put in here.
Of course.
And unfortunately, I guess he could be in worse places, but he was in Hawaii when he found out getting ready to take on Hawaii when they found out their season was canceled. And so he's going to get that year back. He's going to continue to grow, and he's going to continue to learn from everything he did this year. But him being there, that was from everything I could tell, he loves it there. He loves the city, he loves the school, loves the coaches. He loves everything that gets to go on there, and the opportunity to continue to play at a high level and travel and see things that a lot of people don't get a chance to see just because of his commitment in the classroom. He was a 3.4 GPA guy, and on top of everything. So being a student and being a student athlete's taken him to a lot of places that he never could have dreamed. And the future's bright for him. He just keeps having to plug it away.
Like I said, Hawaii's not a bad place to be.
No.
Before I ask you my final question, how we move forward with this thing, I wanted to talk about this year. Give you a little bit of the highlights. 5 all-conference players. Yeah. 4 out of 8 of your sophomores are currently committed to four-year universities.
Mm-hmm.
Velasquez is committed to UCSD, San Diego. Sam Smith, Truman State University. Pablo Montante, Our Lady of the Lake University. And Dakota Cheney at the University of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Uh, again, we've talked about, the proof is in the pudding. You guys are doing it both on the field and off the field. Although this year was cut short, are there any memorable highlights that, as a team, that you can tell us about, or that was accomplished, certain goals that you guys set? And, like I said, there's been a lot of ups and downs this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cancellation of the entire season is a down. But what is and are, where are we headed with your program? What do you envision, and what are we going to look for in 21?
Even our four uncommitted guys right now, they're all entertaining offers. We work tremendously hard day after day with them.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing that I tell when we're recruiting our guys is just as hard as we're trying to get you in here, we're also going to try and get you out.
Sure.
And so I've been talking with, for instance, our outfielder Kagan Kennedy all day about getting him placed and relentless emails and phone calls and trying to find the right home for them. So those other four, they're going to continue to play.
Yeah,
they're going to be there, and we're going to continue to work for them. Everything else that we do within that is we're here to serve our student athletes. As a coach, I feel like if you're just focused on the win, which we love to win, you can get lost in the shuffle. And at times I'm guilty of that. We've all been guilty of that. But we have to serve our student athletes. And so looking forward over this next year, getting ready for the next fall, encouraging, if, our sophomores having the opportunity to come back, we welcome them back with open arms, but we also want them, the fact that they've all petitioned to graduate, they've all are going to graduate, we want them to take that next step and encourage them that, even though we'd welcome them back because we love them.
Of course.
But we've also have a big freshman class that's going to be returning, hopefully getting that year back as well, with a full year of experience. We've got currently 5 or 6 guys are committed for next year that we really believe in, that are going to be additions to the returning class. So everything is bright. We think that everything that we want to attain is there. It's just, coming together, pulling the same direction. Just the same thing that every team has to deal with. Starting day one, that we're a team, we're a brotherhood, we're pulling together, we're family. It's easy to get lost in that shuffle, especially, in junior college baseball. You're trying, especially when you're sophomore year, you're looking like, okay, what am I going to do next year?
Of course.
Or freshman year, man, I got to have this great freshman year. I think that, for one, when you have good grades, you're going to open up more opportunities than baseball can have.
Absolutely.
Next thing with that is when we're winning, we're grinding together and having a lot of fun with that. It's going to open up a lot more opportunities for everybody. So when we look at our memorable things this year, I think our when we went up to play Ohlone, who was one of the best teams in the state this year, we had a bus ride. It was a long haul, but it was a fun haul. Guys, it was a good bonding experience. We won a lot of close games, but we lost a lot of close games. So a lot of ups and downs, from holding on tight to watching things slip away. To that experience is something that we gained. How to compete, how to learn, how to finish. So very optimistic for next year, seeing that how many games we were in this year. I think we lost 6-7 games by 1 run. A couple more games by 2 runs. So taking care of the little details, understanding what we got to do, and for the returning class and the incoming class to kind of clean up those things and take advantage of them. We envision this team being as competitive as anybody. I'd love to sit there and say, hey, we're going to be conference champs and run this table, but the IEAC, it's very competitive. It's moving from the Western States over to the Inland Empire. I think every coach is kind of skeptical on what is this going to be like, and the strength of Chafee and San Bernardino's, the young coaches that are over at Desert and Mount San Jacinto and Victor Valley competing and COSO. It's a fun. It's actually I think it was more fun to be in this conference than anything. Every day, you know that you're going to be in for a fight. Anything could happen, and it was the true epitome of baseball. That literally the best team that day is going to win. So creating our guys to be the best team that they can every day they take the field, not take it for granted because they're going to realize how quick it got taken away this year.
Be a lot
into that. We're very optimistic. We believe in these guys, and we just hey, our goal is conference champion. But at the end of the day, we want to have some fun. We want guys to graduate. We want them to have 4-year opportunities, and anything's possible when we pull together.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I do thank you for your time. I know everyone's running around right now trying to figure out what's next here. What we'll do is obviously there's a lot of different rules that are flying around now as far as what recruiting goes and how it goes. But what we'll do just to play it safe is we'll put your contact information up here. So if everyone wants to contact Coach, everyone wants to reach out, this is by no means a recruiting ploy.
Right.
Put your email out there to learn more about the Barstow Vikings baseball program, and you guys are doing amazing things there, and this is obviously the first year of the conference, and my first year at the helm as your SID, and looking forward to seeing the baseball, especially in this conference, and have it cut so short so quickly when it was just starting to heat up is a little bit disappointing. But again, there are things more important than that right now that we have to figure out, and we'll move on from there for the next upcoming season. There's going to be a lot of hunger out there, and there's going to be a lot of people chasing.
That's right.
Certain goals there.
There's a lot of hungry ball players. Next year is going to be, I was talking to a couple guys, and I said I think next year could be the best year of college baseball that we've seen in a long time. Wow. There are guys returning back with that extra year with something to prove. There's freshmen coming in that they thought that extra class was going to be gone and opportunities are going to be there. You're going to see guys push each other harder than ever before for that roster spot, and it's just going. You're going to see, they say the cream rises to the top. I think you're going to see that with every program that is just going to raise that level of talent, raise the level of competition and competitiveness. That it's when we're able to get back on the field and lace them back up, it's going to be a fun ride for everyone.
Great. Well, Coach, thank you again, and give us a call anytime you'd like, and we can do this again.
Sounds great. Thank you.